Alright, what's happening, man? Welcome back to the channel. I usually don't do weekly fragrance rotation videos because I kind of feel like everybody's doing them now and I just don't want to be like everybody else. But man, oh man, you guys want them. I get messages weekly asking why I'm not doing these videos, so I'm just going to do as I'm told and start doing them. So let's get into this weekly fragrance rotation of mine. Before we do, as always, guys, you know the drill. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to at least consider subscribing and ringing the bell. So, starting off with last Saturday, I actually went with Fresh Boss from Authenticity Perfumes. This stuff is fantastic. I was in the mood for this as I explored my Authenticity collection a little more. Now, how I describe this, I've gotten a little bit of heat from people for, but the way I, read this fragrance with my nose is like a citrusy orange take on Brut for Men. That old, like, fresh, spicy, aromatic Brut for Men smell. That's what this reminds me of. Kind of an aftershave smell, kind of a barbershop smell. Although they have a actual barbershop fragrance that's a little more creamy. This one to me smells like a very fresh, spicy, aromatic, like an orange Brut for Men. That's the way I describe it. I really like this stuff because I like Brut for Men, and this one does remind me of that. Again, a lot of people have given me crap for saying that. A lot of people tend to disagree with me for that. But that's the way my nose reads it, and I really enjoy this stuff, especially considering the fact that when I busted this out last weekend, I haven't worn this in forever. Good stuff from Authenticity. All right, last Saturday, I actually went with Al Haramain's Detour Noir. This one, as you guys probably already know from me and a million others, is a really, really good budget-friendly clone, if I can get the cap on, of Parfum de Marly's Latent. In my opinion, the best way to capture that latent DNA for a fraction of the price. This is good. Performs really well off of my skin. The fragrance has a great richness and depth. Does not smell super cheap to me. They did a fantastic job. Anytime, any place, this one works really well. It's sweet, it's alluring, it's sexy, and it is so damn affordable. Detour Noir. On Monday, I went with Mercedes-Benz by Mercedes-Benz. I always call this Mercedes-Benz Man, but I think it's like Mercedes-Benz for Men. And I heard Ross from TLTG Reviews. Shout out to Ross. I heard him talking about this like a week or so ago in one of his videos. And I think he just did a dedicated video talking about this fragrance and how good it was. And I literally had to think about it for a second and go like dust this bottle off because I own it. And as you can see, I'm embarrassed to say I've barely put a dent in this stuff. But I'm glad he reminded me of it because I've worn it a few times since that video. And yeah, it's really good. To simplify it, to my nose, it's a bit of a softer, watered down, kind of citrusy take on Fahrenheit. And when I say watered down, I don't mean to sound negative because that's not a negative. It's not meant to be negative at all. It's a really soft and, like I said, citrusy, fresh version of Fahrenheit. I really enjoy this stuff. He's right. I'm not sure why I forgot about it so much and didn't show it any love for the longest time. But I'm glad he got it on my mind and refreshed me. I'm going to start wearing this one more often. It's really, really good. Performs pretty decent off my skin. And it's just so pleasant and easy to wear. It could be an everyday scent. Some people don't like that Fahrenheit DNA. They think it's a little bit offensive and harsh. This one's not offensive and harsh at all. It's easy. It's soft and airy on the skin. Like I said, it's got that Fahrenheit bite, but a bit more of a soft, citrusy take on that. Really, really good stuff. I picked it up at the rack store about 500 years ago. It was pretty affordable then. I imagine it's still pretty affordable on discounters and even rack stores if you can find it. So be on the lookout for this one. It's really, really good stuff. On Tuesday, I went with no stranger to my channel, Baldassarini Ultimate. I had been talking about it in another video, and I just felt like wearing it again because I like it so much. Man, oh man, oh man, what can I say that I haven't already said? I don't want to spend too much time on this one because I rant about it so much, but beautiful, beautiful, like mandarin orange with nice leather, amber, like a pink pepper, very sexy, alluring stuff that smells very expensive for the price. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time and bore you guys because I talk about this one all the time, but Baldassarini Ultimate, in my opinion, is a must-have. In my opinion, one of the best cheapies out there, and it smells extremely expensive for the price. All right, Wednesday, I went with Bulgari's Wood Neroli. Bulgari Man Wood Neroli. I haven't worn this in a long time. Really nice stuff. And look at these bottles, man. Went in my eye. I love these Bulgari Man bottles, the Man in Black, and this one as well. A really nice fragrance, a really light and airy, simple fragrance to wear. Kind of white floral, really, really good stuff. I'll tell you what this reminds me of, and you're going to say I'm crazy. This to me smells like, what is that, calamine lotion, that pink bottle, like the lotion you put on rashes. Hope that doesn't turn you guys off, but that's what this reminds me of. It literally smells like that. I remember one time I had a rash, my mom put that calamine lotion or whatever it's called on my skin, and for whatever reason, this one really smells like that to me, reminds me of that, but it's really nice. Neroli fragrance, like I said, kind of a white floral, easy to wear stuff. Get your hands on this one if you haven't already. I really, really enjoy this one, especially in the spring and summertime. If at the very least, that bottle makes a really nice look on your shelf. All right, Thursday, I went with Prada Lunar Rosa Ocean. Again, another fragrance I'd been talking about in another video. I just felt like rocking it. And like I said in that video, it's growing on me so much. I liked it when I first got it, but I wasn't like super crazy about it. The more I wear it, though, I'm loving it more and more. Maybe it's maturing on my shelf. Maybe my nose is maturing. I don't know. But deep, rich, dark blue fragrance. Deep, rich shower gel fragrance. Beautiful iris. Beautiful lavender. It's got some sweetness, even like a caramel note, I believe. It's really interesting stuff. It is mass appealing. Some people have called this boring. I don't go for that. I don't call this boring at all. This is nice. Again, a lot of depth, a lot of personality and richness. Performs really well. A little bit pricey. I paid retail for this because I wanted it, and I just didn't give a damn about paying retail. But I would look for this on discounters and whatnot, and at least go try it out at the mall before you get it. Some of you guys might not like it, but I love this stuff. The more and more I wear it, like I said, it's growing on me more and more. It's good stuff. It's going to be one I rock for a very long time. All right, and on Friday, I went with Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP, classic fragrance that I have not worn in a very long time. I had to dust this bottle off as well. I was just in the mood for it. Like I say, classic DNA. And I swear this performed when I wore it the other day way better than I remember it performing. I've always had issues with performance with Dolce & Gabbana The One and Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP. But this seemed to perform like 6 hours off of my skin, which is rare for me. I usually don't get that. But what a nice fragrance. Warm, spicy, cardamom. You know, it's a really, really... What's a not I was gonna say a basic DNA. That's not the right word. It's a sexy, alluring, romantic DNA. It's so nice, man. You guys have probably already smelled this one. If you're one of the few people in the universe that haven't smelled this, I would really go out to the mall or you know, wherever you can find this and at least test it out, smell it. It's a good DNA. The EDT is fine as well. I prefer the EDP because it, like I said, performs a little bit better on my skin. What a good date night romantic fragrance. But it worked really well for the daytime for me. Sexy stuff, again, especially if you haven't worn it for a long time. It's a gem. Alright guys, I hope you liked that video. If you did, drop me a like because like I always say, it matters. It lets YouTube know the video is worthwhile, the channel is worthwhile, you liked it. Maybe somebody else would like it too, so they should show it to other people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't already, but you should. Until next time, guys, take your vitamins, hit the gym, and always stay improving. That's very important, along with smelling good. God bless, be well. Until next time, I'm out.